Time and the Timeless, J. Krishnamurti. According to theory of karma, in which many of us believe, our actions and circumstances in this life are largely governed by what we did in our past lives. Do you deny we are governed by our karma? What about our duties and responsibilities? Krishnamurti. This again is a very complex question. It needs thinking out to the very end. It is not a matter of what you believe. You believe you are result of past. Previous lives have conditioned your present circumstances. There are others who do not believe in all that. They have been brought up to believe we live only one life, conditioned only by our present environment. So, let us for the moment put aside what you believe, what you do not believe. Let us find out what we mean by karma, which is much more important. Because if you really understand what karma is, then you will find it is not a thing which dictates your present action. We shall go into it. You will see. Now, what do we mean by karma? The word itself, as you know, means to act, to do. You never act without a cause, without a motive, without being compelled by circumstances. You act either under influence of past, of 1,000 yesterdays, or because you are pushed in a particular direction by pressure of immediate circumstances. That is, there is a cause and an effect. Please follow this a little bit. For example, you have come here to listen to me. The cause is you want to listen. Effect of listening, you will find out if you are really interested. But the point is, there is a cause, there is an effect. Now, is the cause ever fixed? Effect already determined? Do you understand? In case of an acorn, a seed, there is a fixed cause, a fixed effect. An acorn can never become a palm tree. It will always produce an oak. We think in the same way about karma. Do we not? Having done something yesterday, which is cause, I think effect of that action today is predetermined, fixed. But is it? Is the cause fixed? is the effect fixed? Does not the effect of a cause become in turn cause of still another effect? Do you understand? I do not want to take more examples because examples do not really clarify the issue, tend to confuse it. So we must think clearly without using examples. We know action has a cause. I am ambitious. Therefore, I do something. There is a cause, there is an effect. Now, doesn't the effect become cause of a future action? Surely, there is never a fixed cause nor a fixed effect. Each effect undergoing innumerable influences and being transformed by them becomes cause of still another effect. So there is never a fixed cause, a fixed effect, but a chain of cause, effect, cause. This is so obvious. You did something yesterday which had its origin in a previous cause, which will lead to certain consequences tomorrow. In the meantime, consequences being subject to innumerable pressures, influences have undergone a change. You think a given cause will produce a fixed effect, but effect never is exactly same because something has happened between the two. So that is a continuous chain of cause becoming effect, effect becoming cause. If you think in terms of I was that in the past, I am this today, I shall be such and such in next life, it is too immature, utterly silly, because that way of thinking is not fluid. It is no living, vital quality. That is decay, deterioration, death. But if you think about the matter deeply, it's really marvelous, because then you will see the chain of cause effect becoming another cause can be broken at any time, and mind can be free of karma. Through understanding the whole process of mind, which is conditioned by past, you will see for yourself effect of past in present or future is never fixed, never absolute, never final. To think it is final is degradation, ignorance, darkness. Whereas if you see the significance of cause effect becoming again the cause, then because that whole process is for you a living, moving thing. You can break it anytime. Therefore, you can be free of the past. You can no longer need be a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu, with all the conditioning that goes with it. You can immediately transform yourself. Don't you know, with one stroke, you can cut away envy. Haven't you ever tried to break antagonism on the spot? I know it is very comforting to sit back and say, well, it is karma that has made me antagonistic to you. It gives a great sense of satisfaction to say that. Pleasure of continuing hate. But if you perceive the whole significance of karma, then you will see chain of cause becoming effect, becoming cause can be snapped. The mind, therefore, can be astonishingly and vitally free from past in the immediate. But that requires hard work. It requires great deal of attention, great deal of inquiry, penetration, self-knowledge. Most of us are indolent. We are so easily satisfied by a belief in karma. Good God, what does it matter whether you believe or do not believe? It is what you are now that matters, not what you did in the past, effects of that in the present. What are you now? You should know that better than I do. What you are now is obviously the result of the past, result of innumerable influences, compulsions, result of food, climate, contact with waste, so on and so forth. Under the pressure of all that, mind becomes lazy, indolent, easily satisfied by words. Such a mind may talk about truth, about God, it may believe in nirvana, all the rest of it. But that belief has no value at all, any more than has the communist, the Catholic, or any other belief. Mind can be transformed only when it understands the whole process of itself, the motives, the causations of that process. In that understanding, there are immense possibilities for the mind, because it opens the door to astonishing creativity, which is not writing of a few poems, putting of some colors on a canvas. That state which is reality, God, truth. And for you, and for that, you need have no ideals. On the contrary, ideals prevent immediate understanding. We are fed on illusions, on things that have no value. We easily succumb to authority, to religious as well political tyranny. How can such a mind discover that which is eternal, that which is beyond projections of itself? I say it is possible to break this continuity of karma, but only when you understand the operations of karma, which is not static, predetermined, but a living, moving thing. And in breaking itself away from past, the mind will know what truth or God is.